Hello, good day. How are you today? You're good, right? Okay. Are you ready for today's lesson? You are? That is good. Today in civic education, we're going to be looking at constitution and government. Okay? Our topic for today in civic education is on constitution and government. So are we ready for the lesson? So what do we mean by constitution and government? A constitution is a set of fundamental principles or established laws that govern a state or organization. It serves as the supreme law that outlines the structure of the government, the distribution of powers, and the rights of citizens. Okay? Then government refers to the system or organization through which a community, state, or nation is politically organized and governed. It includes institutions, officials, and processes responsible for making and enforcing laws. Okay? Governments are established to maintain order, protect citizens, and provide essential services. So we're going to be looking at the types of government. Then we look at the constitution. We also look at branches of government. And lastly, how are laws made? Okay. So first, let's look at types of government. Governments can be classified into different types. We have the democracy. Citizens have a direct or representative role in decision making. Examples: direct democracy and respective democracy. So in democracy, the power is vested in the hands of the people who can elect representatives to make decisions. Okay? Citizens participate in decision making through voting. There are direct democracies where citizens vote on laws directly, and representative democracies where citizens elect representatives to make decisions. Okay, another type of government we have monarchy, ruled by a single person, usually a king or queen. Can be absolute or constitutional. Okay, in monarchy, a single person, usually a king or queen, holds power. That's what it means. It's a form of government where a single person, either a king or queen, holds political power. Another type of government, oligarchy. Power is concentrated in the hands of a small, privileged group or elite. Oligarchy is a system where a small group of people has control. Power is concentrated in the hands of a small privileged group. Okay? We also have dictatorship, ruled by a single person with unchecked authority, often characterized by limited political freedoms. Dictatorship involves a single leader who has substantial control over the government. Authority is in the hands of a single individual or a small group, often without the consent of the governed, that is, the people. Another type we have totalitarianism. Government controls all aspects of public and private life. Extensive state power limited individuals' freedoms. The government controls everything, even your personal life. Like a game where someone tells you what to do all the time. That is it. Okay? Now we know types of government. Let's look at the Constitution. A constitution is a written or unwritten set of fundamental principles that establishes the basics of a government and the rights of the people, okay? So the purpose of the constitution establishes the framework for the government structure, protects individual rights and freedoms, sets the rules for how laws are made and enforced, okay? Checks and balances, divides power among branches, executive, legislative, and judicial, prevents one branch from becoming too powerful. Rule of law, principle that everyone, including leaders, is subject to the law, ensures fair and consistent application of rules. Constitutional rights often includes freedoms like speech, religion, and due process, protect citizens from government overreach, okay? So the Constitution is a written or unwritten set of rules that guides the government. It outlines the structure of government, defines its power, and protect the rights and freedoms of individuals. Okay, do you understand? A constitution is a set of fundamental principles or established rules that govern a state or organization. It outlines the structure, powers, and limitations of government institutions. It protects the rights of citizens, the individual rights. Okay? Do you understand? Now we're going to be looking at the branches of government. Government are often divided into three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. The executive branch enforces laws, and the leader is the president or prime minister. The responsibilities: run the government, make sure laws are followed. Okay? Executive branch. It enforces laws and is headed by the president or prime minister. It includes government agencies and departments responsible for implementing policies. Okay? Do you understand? Then the legislative branch makes laws. Often a parliament or congress creates, debates, and votes on laws. The legislative branch creates laws and consists of a parliament or congress, okay? Do you understand? Legislative branch makes laws and is often a parliament or congress. Then judicial branch interprets laws, Supreme Court or similar, the leader. The responsibilities: ensures laws are fair, settles legal disputes, okay? The judicial branch interprets laws and ensures they are aligned with the Constitution. It includes the courts and judges who settle legal disputes. So the executive branch is responsible for enforcing laws, also implementing. The legislative branch creates laws. It makes laws. And then the judicial branch interprets laws. Okay, so these are the three branches of government. Do you understand? Good. So how are laws made? It involves the legislative process. Begins with the introduction of a bill in the legislature. The bill goes through committees, debates, amendments, and voting. Then approval. If both houses approve the bill, it goes to the executive for approval. The executive can sign it into law or veto it. And then judicial review. Courts ensure that laws align with the Constitution. They can declare laws unconstitutional if they violate the principles outlined in the Constitution. Okay, so this is how laws are made. The process of making law usually involves the legislative branch. A proposed law, called a bill, goes through debates, amendments, and voting before being passed. Once approved by the legislature, the bill may go to the executive for approval and becomes law. Then the judiciary ensures that laws adhere to the Constitution. Okay, this is how laws are made. Do you understand? I hope you're not confused. So today's lesson on constitution and government, we understood everything we talked about, right? Remember what we said about constitution? It's like a rule book for a country. It tells us how the government should work, what power it has, and what rights the people have. To keep things fair and ensure everyone's rights are protected, right? Then the government is the group of people and rules that make a country run smoothly. They decide and enforce laws. The purpose of the government is to keep order, protect citizens, and provide essential services. So the Constitution is the rule book, and the government is the team making sure everyone plays by the rules. Okay? We looked at the types of government, the Constitution, branches of government, and lastly, how laws are made. Right? So we understood today's lesson on everything we talked about in Constitution and government. Okay, that is good. So I'm sure we're going to be able to do our assignment, right? Okay, good.